we want to be respectful of your time. Thank you, all of you, for coming out and joining us this evening, very cold evening. My name is Marie Kittredge, and I'm Executive Director at Slavic Village Development. I've been here in the neighborhood living and working for more than 20 years. And we also have here Marlene Wesleyan, who's one of our senior staff people, who works on neighborhood development issues. Also a longtime neighborhood resident, we won't say how long. And she actually lives just across the street there. And Millie Carabello is from Cleveland Industrial Retention Initiative. And Megan Ray is our trustee intern there, is with us this summer. So that's our staff. And Ben Campbell's our commercial development officer. We're really pleased to welcome you tonight and applaud you for your interest in your community and coming out to hear the status of the Opportunity Corridor, get your questions answered, and be involved in the discussion. And also very pleased to welcome you to this Edgewood Park apartment building, which provides permanent supportive housing for about 61 formerly homeless residents who now have studio apartments and wraparound services and are able to contribute to our neighborhood. Tony Brancatelli will be joining us a little bit later. He had some other meetings. Oh, he's in the hallway. Okay. Yeah, should I stretch it out, or will okay? Is he coming in?
He's on the phone.
He's on the phone. All right. Well, Tony will probably have a few words to say as we move along. The agenda is, as you see here. Terry Hamilton Brown is going to be speaking to you. She's the project manager. And then Trevor Hunt from the city will be speaking. And then Matt Wall from HNTB, who is the consultant. So without anything further, Terry?
Okay. And when the councilman arrives, we'll just interrupt to let him say a few words. But as Marie just introduced me, I'm Terry Hamilton Brown. I too am a consultant working on this Opportunity Corridor project. I work for the Greater Cleveland Partnership, and they, along with the City of Cleveland, City Planning Department, and Office of Mayor Frank Jackson, and the Ohio Department of Transportation, along with Governor Strickland, really formed the partnership that has created a steering committee to look at and advance what we're calling the Opportunity Corridor project. So some of you attended a meeting, I think it was February of '06, where we first came out to Slavic Village to actually St. Hyacinth's. We met at a building on the campus of the church to talk about this project, and now we have re-engaged consultants, steering committee, and are having further conversations, and as a result of that, coming back out into the community to talk again. So just by a show of hands, how many of you attended the February '06 meeting? Just get a fair number. And in addition to that, how many of you had heard about the Opportunity Corridor project before tonight? Much better number. And of that group, how many of you think of this project as only transportation, just building a roadway to go from East 55th and extend 490 going east? Any of you think of it as just a roadway project? Great, thank you for sharing that. Well, I'm here to let you know that the project is much broader than just a roadway project, and we actually are framing it and discussing it as both transportation and economic development. And so tonight we want to present to you where we left off in terms of the original plans that we presented back in 2006, share with you what's new, current thinking, and really get a lot of feedback as we continue to advance the planning for the project. Councilman, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
I said when you came in, we would interrupt to let you say a few words, or you can let me keep talking and then you chime in. It's up to you. We really would appreciate it.
Thank you for getting this meeting together. I know we've been talking about this for quite some time, and I'm really excited about the opportunity for the Opportunity Corridor. as we plan and move forward and get all our residents engaged in seeing engaged. So thank you, and please continue.
Okay, and so thank you, Marie, and the folks here at Edgewood Park for allowing us to be here. So this is our agenda. We actually had printed out an agenda, but in our rush to get here in a timely way, we didn't bring the copies. So we'll advance our discussion, and you'll lose sight of this image. So just know that the three speakers tonight, I'm Terry from the partnership. Trevor will follow me. He's from city planning. He's going to talk about land use and the city's involvement. And then Matt Wall will talk about the transportation planning specifically. And then after that, we'll have questions, discussions, and then Matt will come back because they have an exercise that they'd like for you to engage in, and that's why we have these maps on the table. So, you know, usually question and answers, you know, that session is the end of a meeting. Tonight, that's not the end. So don't get up and leave right away after people talk, because we really want you to do some homework with us and give us lots of feedback. So, as I mentioned, Opportunity Corridor is both a transportation and economic development project, and it's intended... Yeah, right, the phone won't cut off yet. It'll happen. So I can talk over that. And the project is intended to both improve transportation access and to connect neighborhoods overall to the interstate system and improve mobility and access. But more than that, it's also intended to activate vacant lands, underutilized areas, and to spur economic development that will create jobs. And to do that, you know, it creates a lot of opportunity for community engagement. So next slide. This is the area roughly that I feel like anywhere I stand, I'm going to be in your way. So you just tell me when I'm in your way and we'll move so you can see a little better. Then I'm in your way. Let's see if I go over this way. Then I probably am in your way. I can see from here. You're okay? All right. So the corridor, as I mentioned, and as you know, starts here where I-490 terminates at East 55th Street, and then it will continue. It's about a 3-mile roadway. It is a roadway, not a freeway. We intend for it not to be ramped over any communities. There may be places where it's not at grade, but by and large, it is a roadway that would be 35 miles an hour in terms of speed limit. That proves it's not a freeway. And there would be intersections where you could connect to the existing communities that surround it. This slide shows the 5 areas, the 5 communities, starting here in Slavic Village, the Kinsman neighborhood, Lower Buckeye, Fairfax, and University Circle. We held our first public meeting to talk about the Re-Engaged initiative last year in September, and then following that meeting, we've been having community meetings in each of these 5 neighborhoods, because we know that we didn't get the largest attendance that we possibly could, and by coming out into the neighborhoods, we can have more of a, I think, intimate discussion about how it affects this community and not worry about having questions about how it affects other communities. And we'll continue to do that. We'll have another citywide public meeting to get big thinking, large thoughts, understand how it integrates, and then following that, come out again and have community meetings. So this will not be the only time we come out to Slavic Village this year or within this planning cycle for the project.